Welcome to the TerryWilson3.com podcast. In today's episode, titled Stop Doing This, we're diving into the top 3 mistakes that are secretly sabotaging your business growth. Are you posting everywhere all the time about your business? Going to networking events just to hand out business cards? Or maybe you're constantly asking friends and family for referrals. While these methods might seem helpful, they could be costing you more than you think. Join Terry as he breaks down why these common habits might be keeping you in chase mode and, more importantly, what you should do instead to build a powerful, sustainable lead generation system. Get ready to shift your approach, reclaim your time, and start attracting clients who truly value what you bring to the table. Now here's Terry with episode 620, Stop Doing This.
You're listening to TerryWilson3.com.
TerryWilson3.com.
Inspiring, informative, and entertaining content for the entrepreneur and small business owner. Here's your host, Terry Wilson.
Stop doing this. These are 3 things that are killing your business, believe it or not. And what makes this so difficult for me and a lot of small business owners, especially solopreneurs, is it's going to be counterintuitive, but hear me out. Okay. Matter of fact, it's going to sound like I'm going against advice I've given before, but I'm not. It's just the way you do certain things. But there are 3 things that, especially if you're just starting out launching a business, or maybe you're in a season that you're needing to generate more leads to convert to prospects, to convert to sales, and you're sort of in a season in your business or a time in your business where you're really wanting to ramp up sales for whatever reason. Growth, maybe sustainability, change in the marketplace. There's all different reasons that growth is driven, that compels, a business owner to say, hey, this is a season we need to grow in this. You really need to grow all the time, but there are certain seasons that you really got to keep up with, certain things that are pushing against your business. And so when you have that, or you're launching a business and you're really in that, hey, we got to get up to speed. We got to get our sales up. We got to get our momentum up. There's 3 things that most small business owners, especially if you're solopreneurs starting out, salespeople, that it's going to sound a bit counterintuitive, but hear me out. Number 1, 3 mistakes that you could be making that could be hindering, it's not always, but it could be, is you're posting constantly on social media about your business. Many business owners feel compelled to post about their business on every social media platform out there all the time. But when overdone, this tactic can dilute your brand's message and make your business appear unfocused. While staying active is essential, quality is more impactful than quantity. Frequent posting often prioritizes visibility over value, which can exhaust your audience and weaken your brand's appeal. So when you're posting constantly about your business, even though you say, hey, I got to get my business name out there, especially my daughter just launched a salon and she's using social media and has driven most of her growth out of social media. But there has to be a mixture between, this is their product, goods and services, this is their events, this is our sales, this is what we're doing, and just some things about the industry or about like free, valuable information that has nothing to do about come see me, come buy this, but just maybe it's just entertaining content around that particular space. You have to mix that in, because if it's always sales, come book an appointment, what happens is the engagement and the distinctiveness of your ad starts waning. It starts in the background. And if you don't have high engagement, you have low visibility, which is very, very difficult. The other 2, and I know this is counterintuitive, but just going to networking events and handing out cards all the time. Going to networking events and distributing business cards is a time-honored tradition, of course. However, when the goal is to pass out as many cards as possible, you can end up focusing on quantity over meaningful connections. And I see this so many times, especially with me doing so much work in the business associations around me. I'm involved in about 5 or 6 different business associations, and you will see someone come in and man, they're going around the whole room and 30, 40, 50 people. Boom. And what I like to do, and what I have found to be more valuable for me and the person, is making some deep connections with just a few people I'm able to connect with. Okay. And so if I'm in a place or in a conversation that I know I don't have a lot of value to offer that person, or vice versa, then I might not spend but so much time with them. But I'm working the room to find out where are my key targeted avatars that I want to look for, so that I can spend more time with that person and really build a deep relationship and connection with, not just going in there and making sure I, glad hand every single person in the room and hand out a card, because sometimes that dilutes the connections I would otherwise make. Number 3, relying on friends, family for referrals. Asking friends and family. Now listen, asking for referrals is a great thing. This strategy can create perception, though, if not careful, of neediness. And what I'm getting to in all of this is, when you are constantly in this mode of cold calling, marketing, advertising, constantly in this trying to reach out, grab, it hurts your brand in the fact that it makes it look needy. And number 2, more important than that, is anytime I have engaged in someone or engaged with someone in a cold calling methodology, in other words, I reached out to them, I called on them, I did this, they automatically have the leverage up front. They automatically have, a lot of levers that they can pull on to delay any closing, to say, well, I'll do it, but for this price. I have lost all negotiation levers and leverage that I could pull on to make that a win-win situation for me and them, because I'm basically walking up with my hat in hand. I need business. If this is not done correctly. I'm not saying that you're doing that, but I am saying the posture that you take when you are marketing and engaging in cold calling will go a long way in, is that going to be a healthy business relationship? Is that going to be a good deal for you that you are able to engage with, whatever product or service that you're selling? So rather than doing, these 3 common mistakes where we're constantly out there just spamming the social media and texting and emailing and just blah, 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 rather than going to every networking event and everything I can and just handing out cards left and right, rather than calling my friends, family, and foes saying, hey, can you buy this? Would you like to buy this? Do you know anybody to buy this? Blah, blah, blah. Those are the 3 most common, what we call guerrilla tactics in marketing. Nothing wrong with them done properly. But here is something I would encourage you to consider when you are wanting to grow your business, when you're wanting to generate more sales. And that is, build a reliable lead generation system. A system. I'm not talking about buying some piece of software or hiring some guru or going out and buying leads. I'm talking about developing a system, and a system has components that work harmoniously together, in sync together. They all have a function. They're all elegant. They're all efficient, and they're all effective. And a system done right has three things, 3 components to a good lead generation system. Number 1 is the people that see it, the people that it's targeting. It's targeted in a very strategic and purposeful way. 99.9% of my audience don't even see my marketing efforts. Okay. The people that follow me on social media, they might see some. People that follow me on my newsletter, they might see some. But I have a system that there's a strategic audience that I'm targeting, and they are the ones that are seeing the lion's share of what I'm doing and what I'm looking for. And they're the only ones that see those ads. They're the only ones that sees that content. They're the only ones that sees a call to action, to click here, to opt in here, to fill this out here. Because I know when I get that particular piece of content in front of them, my numbers, my conversion rates, my opt-ins go through the roof. Okay? Because I have premeditatedly thought about who is my avatar, who is the person, the type of person that would hear my voice, see my face, see my content, see what I'm doing, and say, hey, I really like that. I know who digs on TW3 and who doesn't. I've been doing it long enough. So part of my system is getting in front of that person. And number two, a good system. You want to know if it's a good system? Is it consistent and predictable? For instance, I know right now, without a shadow of a doubt, I can spend anywhere from $5 to $10 on a campaign right now, and it will yield me over 100 leads, 100 opted in leads. And I know out of those 100 leads that I am going to make a minimum of $150 and could make as much as $18,000. Now I want you to hear that. So one of the ways I've had a sustainable business, sometimes I've had months where I am just living like, we're living large. There's other months it's been lean, but I still had money. I had cash flow, I had things coming in. Why? Because I have a predictable system. It's consistent. May not be making the money I want to that month. May not be making, what I had done, in prior months. But I know when I engage this particular lead generation system in this particular vertical, it always yields me a minimum of this and it costs me this. So it's predictable. And third and finally, and probably more important to me, especially as I've gotten older and had more responsibilities and doing more things, it's effortless. I'm not talking about my part of my system, my lead generation system, does not require me to be on the phone 8 to 10, 12 hours a day. Doesn't require me to do a ton of time, effort, energy, spending money, all of that. It is it's a quality marketing strategy that I have that literally takes me about 10 minutes a day, and then to follow up another 2 hours a day. So net, you could say I spend 2.5 hours a day from start to close, from generating leads, qualifying leads, and closing leads every day. My work day in this system I've developed is 2.5 hours. Okay. That is how you grow a business, you sustain a business, you survive downturns and things. That is how you can keep your business, afloat when there's lean times and skyrocketing when, things are great. But I see so many times in myself and others, it's just natural when things contract, when things get lean, when things are, oh God, where's the next sale going to be? Then we start floundering as business people, don't we? As salespeople, especially if you're an independent sales guy out here, if you're a solopreneur, you're just throwing things against the wall and see what will stick. You're spending all of this effort and this energy and this, you're going this and doing that and posting this and sending out this and doing that and all of that. And I have found myself sometimes doing that in times past. Fortunately, I've learned better in recent years, but in times past, that was, hey, I need more sales. So what do we do? Quote unquote, beat the bushes. But when I have a system, it's a matter of engage this, send out this ad copy, send out this campaign, send out this. I know every time without a shadow of doubt, it yields this. And I know if I get this many people, this is on the back end of that funnel, the worst case scenario. Maybe I just got a bad batch of leads that day. And at the worst case scenario, my $5 investment is going to be $150. Best case scenario, I've hit a home run and I've made some real money this month or this time. Generate a system. Get a system in place. Here's what a good system is going to do for you and how you develop it. Number one, first and foremost, you have to really dig down. Who is your avatar? Who is your avatar? When we understand who the people in our avatar are, what we can then do is really start saying, okay, these type of people, this demographic, this interest group, these folks respond to this type of content, to this type of messaging, delivered in this way, put on in this format, and will engage this. There's so many questions that are answered. I'm not out there flailing. I'm not on every channel that I can be and doing everything I can. When I know my avatar is this, then I know all I got to do is send this type of content in this type of way to this place. These folks every time will do this without exception. Developing an avatar, understanding exactly who I'm going after, helps out a lot. Number 2, I know what I'm good at, and I have somewhat self-awareness, I hope, to understand the things I'm challenged at. And when I don't understand it, boy, the market screams it back at me. My friends and family say, hey, you suck at this. Those who love me tell me what I'm not good at, and those who don't love me post about what I'm not good at. But either way, I get the message. And so through the years, through the maturation process of doing something over and over again, I've learned, well, I want to do business this way, because when I do business this way, I typically do a better job. I typically get better results. I typically have a better time. I typically see, the market that I call on enjoy what I do more when I do it this way. So my avatar is developed. The next thing is how I engage that avatar, how I engage those people, what I do, what I create, what I do for them, how I speak to them, what format I speak to them, all of that done in the way I want to do it yields better results. If I did business like so-and-so down the street did it because, look what John Lee Dumas is doing. Look how he is just, blah, 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 blah. I can't do business like him. I can't do business like this person over here. I can't do business. I have to do it the way I do it. Okay. I have to use the tools that I'm good with. Okay. You do the same thing. Are you great on the phone? Do you have just a natural ability to connect with people one-on-one, talking to them on the phone? Then part of your system is getting people on the phone. Are you better at presenting? Maybe you do a great job of presenting a slide deck or a slideshow or something else. Then you need to create a webinar type piece of content and get people watching that. Are you a podcaster? Do you like talking in public? Are you better at being in a group, in a room with people in that room? Or are you better, you creating something and going out to, however you need to connect with your avatar, that needs to be in your system. So I know who my people are. Then I understand my process. My process is I'm going to engage them this way. And you say, well, not everybody like it. Well, sure, that's not your person then. There are tons. If I could do things better, if I was better at one-on-one coaching, my business would be stronger than it is now. I'm better at group coaching and group calls. I'm not good with one-on-one, but I'm great, in a larger setting and doing a training in a larger setting. So that's the way I do it. That's how I handle my coaching. You have to figure out, and that's how I service my clients. But you have to figure out what are you good at and do it that way. And then the other thing is, and why some businesses and some people who start businesses just don't last, is they're in a business they have no business being in. In other words, they started doing this or got involved in this industry or started involved in this product or doing this because it was just a way, a means, a method to put food on the table, but they're not passionate about it. Now, listen, there's times you just got to do something for the money. I get it, totally get it, it's fine. But long-term planning, I want to be involved. I want to be engaged. I want to be doing things, providing services, providing products, doing business in something that whether I got paid or not, I'd still be doing it. I tell people at my church all the time, whether I was a paid speaker, a paid pastor, a paid podcaster, whether I got paid to do it or not, I would find myself behind a microphone somewhere yapping, because that's what I want to do. Not saying I'm good at it. I'm just saying that's what I want to do. Therefore, I do it. It just so happens I fumbled into a way to get paid for it as well. But what has sustained my business is I'm doing something, I'm engaged in a product or service that I thoroughly enjoy. I enjoy helping other business people. I enjoy equipping other people to get their message out. I enjoy helping people develop products, goods, and services of their own, so there is no competitor to them, because no one else offers the product, goods, and services that they offer. I enjoy that. I enjoy, entrepreneurship and helping other entrepreneurs. So everything I do, from blogging, podcasting, writing books, giving talks, everything is around helping people become better in their business, personal life, professional life, spiritual life. It doesn't matter, because it transcends the actual thing, and it goes right to the heart of, you are worth more, and I want to show you why and how. So there's a common thread in everything. I am a benefactor of someone that took time and spoke words that broke through time, that changed my life, telling me I'm worth more. And now I have found it incredibly rewarding to be able to share the same gift to other people. So that's my why. So when we have a strong why in our business, when we have a strong, product, I call it product, that the product is my why. The product that I sell is better, just getting better, doing better in every part of your life, enjoying life, because you're in a business that doesn't spend 16, 18 hours a day doing something you're miserable with and not making any money, helping you there. You're better in your personal life because you've got time to enjoy things, your communication skills, your interpersonal skills, your psychological makeup. You've learned more about who you are, and you've learned the difference and the distinctions between you and other people. Your life is better. You're better because your faith is strengthened in who you are and why you are and whose you are. Better, 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 better. I want my product is making people better. How? By the same things that have helped me to become better. Not perfect. I'm on my way. I'm on my journey, but I'm better today than I was yesterday. And I just find that incredibly rewarding. And so when you can align yourself with something like that, it's like your heartbeat. Have you ever been around someone that just loves to cook? They just love food. I mean, to hear them talk about food, the recipe, the history of that dish, all the things about it, they just light up. Have you ever been around someone that when they talk about maybe music or art or books, they just light up? Have you ever been around someone that just thoroughly enjoys our legal system and the law and how all of Western civilization was created on these ethoses and these principles? And they just have you ever been around someone that has just fallen in love with the concept of becoming healthy and getting healed of physical ailments through either medicine or nutrition or whatever their means or method is, and they just light up when they talk to other people? That's when you know you're in the right business. And that's when you know that you can develop a system that will lead people to someone who's passionate about what they do. And because people don't hear you all the time as far as the words you use, but people always feel you on the passion and the enthusiasm and the vigor that you bring to a subject matter. Maya Angelou, right? They don't always remember what you say, but they always remember how you make them feel. When I'm passionate about something, when I truly believe that what I offer will make someone better, I could be just fumbling over my words. I could have some of my facts and figures all twisted up. people will still buy from me. Because what transcends words is my attitudes, my emotions, my enthusiasm, and my vigor to not only use this product or service that I find so attractive, but I'm able to convey it just through sheer energy. When we have our lead system in place, it's going to target the right people. It's going to put me in a position that I can be the most successful because I'm engaging those people in a methodology that's good for me, because I'm talking to them, I'm speaking to them, I'm qualifying them, I'm doing it in a way that makes sense for me, and I'm bringing them to a product or service, a solution that I believe in. When I have those three things working for me, I can then go to a networking event and hand out cards. I can then go post on social media. I can then call my friends, family, and foes and ask them or ask for. But until I have that in place, those activities that so many people do and sometimes overdo and do wrong, that's killing their business. Till I have that in place, the other things that you can do, they never work out. And that, the numbers on people that start a business and stay in a business are horrid. The statistics are horrid. And I genuinely believe it has to do with people not engaging in a product or service that they're passionate about and developing a system that works for them to talk to people that would best suit them. People just get into something because of the money, or they get excited about something because someone else is doing really good in a particular product or service, or doing really well at this or that. How many times have you read stories about college graduates with degrees that they cannot use? Why? Because they got a degree in something that they're just not excited about. We invest all this time, this money, this energy in learning to go down a rabbit hole that there's no rabbits in that hole for us. So my admonition to you is get really clear on what turns you on. And the thing is, if you can insert your passion of why in whatever it is you're doing, you're automatically going to see success. I told people last week at a talk, I could be selling bags of sand and I would do okay with it, because the first thing I'm going to do is really understand how that sand is going to benefit their lives and make them better, how it's going to improve their lives, the things and the worries and the anxiety that these bags of sand are going to dissipate. And then I'm going to find out who right now that I would have the best opportunity to build rapport with needs bags of sand. Finally, I'm going to figure out how can I get in front of them with a methodology that works for me. Boom. I got a sandbagging business. And I would do well with it and be passionate about it, because the why is making you better, improving your life, seeing you succeed. So it doesn't necessarily, understanding your why, as Simon Sinek said, is fundamental to finding any type of success in anything you're doing. Find my why. I get really clear on it. I wrap anything I'm doing, I wrap it in my why. It doesn't matter what. I could sell a widget. I could be selling whatever. But the why, my why to improve and motivate, inspire, and to improve your life is going to be wrapped around whatever that product or service is. And then all I got to do is find out who is the avatar that I can relate with that needs this product or service, and then put it in a methodology that gets in front of them that I can actually do. That's all you got to do. That is your lead generation system. If you'd like a free one-on-one, so we could sit down and talk about how we can develop a system for you, All you got to do is go to terrywilson3.com, go to the chat bot and say, hey, Terry, I'd like to set up a time. My AI chat bot that's there 24/7 will send you a link to my calendar, and we'll put you on there, and we'll sit down and look at what is the product or service, what is the business you're in now. Let's isolate who are the people that finds the most value in that product or service that you would have the best chance of building rapport with and being able to help, and them seeing your value and you wanting to work with them. And then let's develop a strategy that you can work that will engage them, communicate with them, get them excited so that you can close more deals. Let's develop a system. That's all we got to do. Go to terrywilson3.com, go to the chat bot. You can also go to terrywilson3.com/calendar. That's the link to my calendar. But let's talk about it, because that is and then here's the beautiful thing. Here is the wonderful thing about this whole thing, just from a strategic business growth vantage point. When you have more people chasing you, wanting to do business with you, they're coming to you. Here's what happens. Number one, you called me, I didn't call you. You already have the emotional leverage, that is, the mood, the vibe of the meeting is already in your favor. They asked to speak to you. Number two, you get to choose who you're going to do business with. You get to choose and when I have more people calling me than I could actually deal with, it makes because now I can choose who I'm going to do business with, which deal is going to be the most advantageous for my goals and what I need to do. And it doesn't mean I can't help the others. It just means I take those folks and put them in other areas with other people that can help them, probably have a better chance of helping them than I could. And it's a win, 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 win. When you have more business and you know what to do with, what you've just done is become a resource for other people in your industry that will pay you to send them leads. Now you're a lead generation. You're just a machine. And if you look at all the big insurance companies, real estate companies, other folks, that's how they're doing it. They have learned how to generate unlimited leads for their own business. And because they don't want to do business with everybody, it's not right for them, they'll take those and sell them off at secondary and third tier markets. You can do the same thing. Why wouldn't you do the same thing? So instead of being a consumer of leads, you're now a producer of leads, which means you get to the bowl first. You get the lion's share. You get the best cut of meat. And then what's not good for you, what's not right for you, what's not, best for you, you sell off. But that comes from having a very strong lead system. And lead systems aren't genie in the bottles. They're not, make a wish and it'll come true. It takes some time to build. There's tools involved. There's techniques involved. There's training involved. There's all different types of things that you have to work through. But once you have it in place, you have something that targets the right people. It's consistent and predictable, and it's effortless. Anytime I turn on my system, I know I'm making X amount of money. You can do the same thing. Doesn't matter what industry you're in. Call us today, 864-507-9696, or go to the website, terrywilson3.com. Let's see what we can do for you. It could be free. It could be just for a couple dollars. Who knows? Some people, some businesses, I've literally said, do this, this, and this. They didn't pay me anything. It's just free. They're on my list. They're listening to this podcast. I want to help them. I want to serve them. I want to service their community, serve my community. You could be one of those. Maybe you do. Maybe you have all the tools you need. You just need to know how to line them. Let's talk about it. Maybe you don't have any tools and have no clue. Well, you're going to have to get a couple tools. We can refer you to what to get. It won't cost you that much, but get you the tools you need and if you don't know how to use them, get you the training you need, and then get you some techniques that you can implement and execute on today to see results and get going. But I'm telling you, that sure does beat going calling your friends, family, and foes, posting everywhere, spamming everybody, and just coming across as needy. Needy is, nobody wants to engage it, because in the back of their mind, they might not be saying it, but in the back of their mind, when they see someone overly advertising all the time, always, help me. The question that they might not even know going on in the back is, well, why isn't anybody engaging at? What's wrong with that business? What's wrong with that service? But when they see that you're not begging for anybody, and they see your business growing, and they see that, you can come and go as you want, that's attractive. And that builds your brand, so that when you do post, so that when you do go out to these networking events and post, so that when you do tell your friends, hey, we've got an opening next week, we're going to do a webinar, and anybody that could find value in this, love to have them. That's not coming from a place of, help me. That's coming from, I want to give. I want to get, you're sowing at that point. You're not trying to reap, but you're just sowing. And that's attractive. And people, I need to see get in on that. And that's the position and the posture you want to take to grow your business and get more leads. And that's, without that lead system in place in the background, you can't, with any integrity, truthfully, take that posture, have that position. I'm telling you, it's so easy when you know what's going on in the background and you've got this on your calendar every day. So that now, half the time you'll see my post, I'm just posting podcasts, I'm posting jokes, I'm having fun. That is what I want to illustrate my brand as, and if it's right for you, maybe not. We'll refer you to someone else. But that's the position you want to be in. That's the posture you want to take, because those who do find you through those means and you do want to do business, they want to do business with you and you want to do business with them. And it's not, you're not in that chase mode. Want to avoid that at all costs. Till next time, talk to you later.
So we hope you've got a lot out of the content today. Please take a few minutes to give us a 5-star positive review at terrywilson3.com/review. This helps us promote our content and continue to reach more and more people. Again, thanks for being part of the TW3 community here at terrywilson3.com. Please like and share our content, and we will see you soon.
Welcome, fellow leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Today, I invite you to step into a world where greatness is not just a goal, but a collective reality. Introducing the Elite Mastermind Group by TW3, a sanctuary for those seeking not just success, but exponential growth. It's more than a group. It's a synergy of minds, a convergence of aspirations, and a breeding ground for extraordinary accomplishments. You'll learn not only from experts, but from the stories of those beside you, fellow trailblazers who weathered storms and conquered obstacles, enriching your own journey. Imagine being surrounded by a league of highly motivated business owners and entrepreneurs, each driven by the same passion for success, propelling each other towards greatness. Embrace the power of networking, the art of learning, and the joy of sharing your value. It's not just about what you gain, but what you contribute. Dare to be exceptional. Dare to be part of the elite. Don't just dream of success. Surround yourself with those who are already living it. Join the Elite Mastermind Group by TW3. Elevate your success. Elevate your life.
Unlock the power within you. Discover the untapped potential waiting to be unleashed. You Are Worth More isn't just a book. It's a transformative guide to understanding your unique value in today's ever-evolving marketplace. Visit youareworthmorebook.com and claim your free copy. Within these pages, you'll unravel the secrets to identify your distinct strengths, refine your skills, and ignite the passion to pursue your true worth. Life isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. This book is your roadmap to not only surviving, but excelling in a world that demands your best. It's about recognizing your potential, developing your talents, and finding the inspiration to chase after what truly matters to you. Let You Are Worth More be your companion on this journey. It's not just a book, it's a catalyst for change. Empower yourself, elevate your skills, and embrace the opportunities that await. Visit youareworthmorebook.com today and embark on the path to to realizing your full potential. Your worth is far more than you might imagine. Claim your free copy now and begin your transformation.